essentially cheating for a thumbnail and adding an extra book in because you don't have the book that you need to wrap up. Hi everyone and welcome back to Waverly Reads. Today I'm going to be bringing you all of the books that I read in the month of April. Unfortunately I only got around to reading 5 books, but you know, 5 books is still a lot of books. Even though one of them is a novella that was inside another book, I'm still counting it as 5 separate books. I know last time that I did a wrap up, I did a little statistical part. I actually haven't added up my statistics and I've just realised that whilst I've already started filming. So I'm just going to add them onto the screen here if you are interested in knowing about all of that malarkey stuff. And also I've been really bad about writing every book I read into my book rating journal, so that also hasn't happened. To film this video I'm going to go and do that, and then I'll put all the statistical malarkey stuff up there. So like I said, I read 5 books this month. One of them I don't own and the other is a novella that's inside another book, which is why I only have 3 books to show you today. The first book I read this month was Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This book got a 3.5/4 stars in my rating system. It is a contemporary book and I'm not that into the whole contemporary aspect to things. I really did enjoy this book. It was really nice and definitely something the LGBTQ+ community needs in their life. And obviously the movie also came out this month, but I haven't been to see it yet. I know. I think pretty sure me, Tia and Shakira are all going to see it together at some point. That's going to happen soon, or it's just not going to happen. So Simon vs. Homo Sapiens Agenda is a bit of a coming of age story, whereas Simon, who is our main male protagonist, is a gay male. It's basically Simon's story of coming out and how he's dealt with it and how other people are dealing with it and all that fun stuff. Simon is talking to this boy who goes to his school that he met through email, and they have no idea who the other person is. One day Simon's sexuality is revealed to the entire school by someone who was blackmailing him. Everyone finds out that Simon is gay and it's him having to like deal with being forced out of the closet. And the boy that he is talking to finds out who he is and things kind of get distance between them. The second book I read this month was The Host by Stephanie Meyer. This is a reread that I pulled out of my TBR jar, or technically Tia pulled this out of my TBR jar, and I flipping love this book. I gave it a 5-star, it's definitely on my favourite shelf. I love this book. I don't know what to say. This is the second time I've read it and I loved it so much more this time. The time I read it, it took me a very long time to read. Kind of took me a while to read it this time as well, just definitely not as long. I definitely love this book and it's supposed to be a series, but Stephanie hasn't written any more of it and I don't think she's planning to. But more, I want so much more. The Host is set in this post-apocalyptic world where aliens have taken over the planet. They are using the human bodies as their hosts. Basically, they are these little spirit things. Do they have a name? A soul, that's what they are. They're these little souls that get put into humans, and then you can tell when someone has a soul because if you can tell on the book, they get this silver line in their eye. And Wanderer, who is a soul, gets put into the body of Melanie, but Melanie resists and does not let Wanda take over, and Melanie is still very much there in the back of her mind and basically makes Wanderer, or Wanda, question everything she's ever really known as a soul, and she makes Wanda see things from the human's perspective, from the host's perspective, because there's more planets than Earth that they have taken over. And Wanderer then becomes a traitor to her race and follows Melanie's wants and goes to find Melanie's boyfriend and little brother. Amy is her little brother and Jared is her boyfriend. And Wanderer falls in love with Jared through Melanie's memories and through Melanie's feelings and ends up really liking him, and she finds herself in this underground human place where there are plenty of humans hiding out, basically like rebellion, but like not hiding out away from the souls so they don't get caught. They don't take a liking to Wanderer at first, but obviously as the story goes and the bonds grow, things happen, and it's such a good book. Stephanie, why aren't you writing any more? Because I want to see more. I can't stress how much I love this book. I still haven't watched the movie. I'm still avoiding watching the movie because I don't want it to be bad. Next on my list is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zapier. I have a full review of this up on my channel and I will leave that linked in the description and on the end card of this video. So I'm just going to be very brief in my thoughts and feelings on this. This got a 3.75 to 4 star in my enjoyability rating, which I don't usually go to 0.75, but it felt too low to give it a 3.5 but kind of too high to give it a 4 star, so 3.75 it is. I really enjoyed this a lot, and you can find out more about my feelings in my review, but a quick little description about the plot. The book is also an Elias set book. Eliza has created this comic that went viral under the alias of Lady Constellation, and nobody knows that she is the actual author of this comic. And then one of the biggest fan art / fan fiction creators, Rain Merker, moves to her school and finds out Eliza is a fan. Then one day her alias is revealed and things happen between them. It's a bit like Simon versus the Homo sapiens in gender, minus the LGBTQ+ aspect to it. I do want to put a little quick trigger warning for suicide and suicidal thoughts into this, but like I said, I go more into it in my spoiler-free review if you want to check that out. Next book on my list is The Hate List by Jennifer Brown. This book, it got a 1.5 to 2 star in enjoyability on my Goodreads rating thing, because I really didn't see the point to this book, and I can't really describe the plot because there isn't one. I said this in a vlog last week, I'm pretty sure. If I were to describe this plot, I would say boyfriend goes crazy, shoots up the school, killing and hurting everyone who's ever bullied himself or his girlfriend, then shoots his girlfriend in the leg, I think maybe intending to kill her but doesn't succeed, and then shoots himself in the head, and then she's left to pick up the pieces. That's the only thing I can say about this book, and I really didn't like it. It dragged on, I didn't see a point to it, and it just wasn't written very well. I actually picked this book out blindfolded, and when I picked it out I knew that this was a book that I wanted to read, and now I kind of regret that. Maybe I wouldn't have been so drawn to it if I hadn't already seen it before. And the last book is also in this book, which is the novella Say Something, who is set in a different character's point of view and his story about knowing about the shooting going down. And I enjoyed it more than the book, but it still only got 2 stars. So those were the 5 books that I read in the month of April. Let me know what you read down below, and whether or not you read any of these books and what you thought of them. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I post a new weekly reading vlog every Monday and a new booktube video every Thursday. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week.